win, go win, go win, go win, go win, man, go win.
Let's go out to Pittsburgh. Let's talk about the matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers as Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers beat Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers 35-25. The Packers improved to 5-1-1 on the season. The Steelers dropped to 4-3 for the Packers. Jordan Love was balling. He went 29 for 37. He threw for 360 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. And he became the 4th quarterback in Packers history to complete 75% of his passes with 350 passing yards and 3 touchdowns in a game. Only Aaron Rodgers in Packers history has had more games with 75 completion percentage, 350 passing yards, and 3 touchdowns in a game. Rodgers did it 3 times. Brett Favre also did it once as well. For the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers went 24 for 36. He threw for 219 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. So, as I watched the Packers-Steelers game Sunday night in Pittsburgh, my biggest takeaway was the elite performance from Jordan Love. And the immediate word that came to my mind after I watched Jordan Love's performance in this game was validation. And the definition of validation on Google, it says the act of checking or providing the validity or accuracy of something. Jordan Love's performance against the Steelers in Week 8 validated the Green Bay Packers' decision to move off of Aaron Rodgers 2 years ago and give the keys of the franchise to Jordan Love. Jordan Love had a sensational performance. And I got news for the Detroit Lions, the Chicago Bears, and the Minnesota Vikings, and the rest of the NFL. The Green Bay Packers have done it again. Yes, they have hit a home run at the quarterback position. From Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now Jordan Love. Jordan Love is elite. He is elite. He's no more that quarterback that you view like an up-and-coming quarterback. No, Jordan Love is an elite quarterback, and he's a top 7 quarterback in the NFL. The only quarterbacks that you can definitively say that's better than Jordan Love are Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts, and that's it. That is it. Those 6 quarterbacks, I would say, are better than Jordan Love. But after that, Jordan Love is the 7th best quarterback right now in the NFL. And I'm looking at Jordan Love in this game. Jordan Love, he significantly outplayed his mentor in Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love, he completed a higher percentage of his passes than Aaron Rodgers did in this game. Jordan Love had more passing yards than Aaron Rodgers had in this game. Jordan Love had more yards per pass attempt than Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love had an additional touchdown pass than Aaron Rodgers had. And Jordan Love's passer rating was higher than Aaron Rodgers' passer rating in this game. There was a moment in this game where Jordan Love had 20 straight completions. 20 straight completions. And this is Jordan Love's numbers in the second half against the Steelers. He goes 16 for 19. He throws for 214 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 148.7 passer rating. He was balling in the second half, and the Green Bay Packers were able to outscore the Steelers 21-6 in the fourth quarter, mainly because Jordan Love was in his bag. He was in his bag. And if Jordan Love performs the rest of the season like he performed in Week 8 against the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Green Bay Packers will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in San Francisco in February. Because not only was Jordan Love great in this game, Tucker Kraft had a great performance. 7 receptions, 143 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. He was a man amongst boys out there, and he literally was throwing Steelers defenders around like rag dolls. Because Tucker Kraft, he's too fast for linebackers, and he's too strong for DBs. So those Steelers DBs, they could not bring Tucker Kraft to the ground, and he was sensational in this game. Everybody's been talking about who's going to be that reliable number one target for Jordan Love in this Packers offense. And Tucker Kraft has made his case for being the Jordan Love's number one target and being a reliable player in this Packers offense. He was sensational. But specifically when it comes to the quarterback in Green Bay, Jordan Love, like Rashawn Gary said in his post-game press conference, get the crust out of your eyes. It's time to wake up and recognize Jordan Love is him. He is him. He is a baller. And coming into this matchup, everybody talked about Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Rodgers going up against his former team. Aaron Rodgers has beaten the other 31 teams in the NFL. And the only team that he has not beaten yet are the Green Bay Packers. And everyone talked about how Aaron Rodgers had so much success in Green Bay, and Aaron Rodgers discussed his experience while playing in Green Bay for 18 seasons. Everybody made this game about Aaron Rodgers and forgot about Jordan Love. And Jordan Love stole the show in primetime in his Week 8 dominant performance over Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The mentee significantly outplayed his mentor. And so this was a great performance from Jordan Love and Tucker Kraft. Josh Jacobs also was able to get into the end zone for the Packers. And this is the most rushing touchdowns in first 7 games of a season in Packers history. Josh Jacobs has 9 rushing touchdowns in the first 7 games of the season so far. Only other player who's had more touchdowns in the first 7 games playing for the Packers is Jim Taylor in 1960. So Josh Jacobs obviously is an elite running back. I believe right now, Matt LaFleur and the Packers, they are basically load managing Josh Jacobs. And I want that because I want Josh Jacobs to be healthy for the playoff run that the Packers are about to go on. But you saw in this game that the Green Bay Packers simply have another gear that most teams in the NFL cannot get to. That's what I saw in this second half of this game. I mean, the Packers dominated the second half. In the first half, the Steelers, they were winning the game 16-7. And as a Packers fan, I was pissed off. I was frustrated. McManus missed 2 field goals. The Packers, offensively, they were inconsistent as an offense. And in the second half, the Packers outscored the Steelers 28-9. And in the fourth quarter, the Packers outscored the Steelers 21-6. And they took the game over and dominated in the second half. It was clear that the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers were going in completely opposite directions, and the Pittsburgh Steelers do not deserve to be on the same field as the Green Bay Packers. And I was impressed with the defense. Big shout out to Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley. That Packers defense got after Aaron Rodgers, and in the game they had 3 sacks. So Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary, they were able to get after Aaron Rodgers and put pressure on A-Rod. And the Steelers also, they did not help themselves because they had penalties in this game, 6 penalties. They were not executing offensively in the second half. And so it put them behind the chains. And if you're going up against the Packers and that elite pass rush, if you are in 2nd and 12 or 3rd and 11 situations, you are not going to convert first downs against this Packers defense. It simply will not happen. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are already limited as an offense. They are limited. And if you really watch the game and pay attention, both of these franchises are iconic. Both of these franchises are championship organizations, and they both have won multiple Super Bowls in their history. But it's clear that the Packers have prioritized offense and the Steelers have prioritized defense. And in this day and age in the NFL, you have to be able to score points and have a potent offense to be considered a contender. And the Pittsburgh Steelers simply do not have that. And the Green Bay Packers do. And even in their styles, like as quarterbacks, like their play styles, you could tell the difference in Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. Now, I know Jordan Love is about to be 27 Sunday, and Aaron Rodgers is 41. But when you look at the Packers offense and you compare it to the Steelers offense, the Packers offense has more versatility, and they have a significantly better rushing attack with Josh Jacobs and Emmanuel Wilson than the Steelers have with Jaylen Warren. And the Packers, when you're playing against the Green Bay Packers, you have to defend every ounce of grass on the field. They can throw the ball deep with Christian Watson, who also came back in this game. He had 4 receptions for 85 receiving yards. He's a significant, impactful player in this Packers offense. But you got to cover every ounce of grass against the Packers. But when you go up against the Steelers, Rodgers is very limited in where he can throw the football. We know Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. But the Steelers' offense has limitations. They're either throwing slants or they are throwing the ball deep down the field and hoping that one of their receivers, specifically DK Metcalf, can make a play on the football. But they do not throw the football over the middle, or they don't really have deep crossers over the middle. Like it's either slants or a one-on-one go route from Aaron Rodgers to DK Metcalf, or they throw it in the flat to Jaylen Warren. They have no versatility whatsoever offensively. And that's why I don't believe the Steelers are contenders in the AFC. I said coming into the season that the Steelers will not be a playoff team. And to me, if you really watch this game, specifically in the second half, you understand why I've had that point of view on the Pittsburgh Steelers since the beginning of the season. Because it was clear in this game that the Green Bay Packers have another gear that they can reach that the Pittsburgh Steelers simply do not have. And they don't have the capability to do the things that the Packers could do offensively. And that's why they got blew out in the second half. They got completely dominated. But this game was about Jordan Love and his great performance. Man, Packers have done it again. From Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now Jordan Love. And if Jordan Love performs like he did in Week 8, the rest of the season, the Green Bay Packers will be in Santa Clara playing in the Super Bowl in February.